May 8th, 2021. Tour of the garden. I forgot to include these on the last video. This is the celery. Pretty much it's about done by now. We're starting to get bolting, which is flowers. But I've been using it and it's really good. First year growing it. I'm very happy. We have 2 tomato plants that I put over here, doing really well. Getting nice and big and nice and bushy. Not sure the varieties, they were given to me, so we'll see. A few volunteer sunflowers. And this crazy volunteer cherry tomato. Just huge. And there's tomatoes everywhere. There's a little sample. Starting to overtake this rosemary bush, which is huge. Had this bush for years. It's absolutely wonderful. But anyway, this whole area is just gonna be full of tomatoes. We have a nice volunteer sunflower. This one's nice and big. All along, all these little armpits, or whatever you want to call them, will be flowers as well. So that's going to look really nice. It's really huge. Blueberries, still hanging in here. Had this for a few years now. A little bit of producing at the beginning and then nothing. But I got a bunch of little berries, so I'm hoping they're going to mature and hoping to get some blueberries. Looking forward. This is the last of my fall-winter crop. I got 1 cabbage left. It's the only one that wasn't infested with aphids, so I left it, and it's doing well. Huge, very firm head right in there. It might be ready to harvest next week. It's doing really good. And I got a cucumber right here. And I got some sort of yellow squash. It was given to me. I'm gonna harvest that one right there. How much longer it's gonna make it. I was hoping my squashes would be bigger. The ones that were given to me, they're looking good, but these ones I planted from seed are catching up and starting to overcome it. Another one I did from seed, and another one. I did black beauty, golden zucchini, and yellow crookneck. And I think the ones given to me were yellow crooknecks as well, like this one. There's a few little ones down there. And disappointing with the gopher is up to no good. Get a nice big hole right there. You little bugger. He's leaving my peas alone, I think, which are doing really well. They're getting really tall, climbing up here. Lots of little flowers. And we're getting lots of peas. See the spring blush. It's got that nice red blush on there. These are really cool. Anyway, these are doing well. Getting nice and tall. A lot of flowers. And I put my string up today, finally. Hopefully everything's just gonna come along there. But the gopher has been eating, to my disappointment, the Scarlet runner beans. First year growing them, looking forward to them. Nice, beautiful red blooms coming up. And I think I only have 2, maybe 3 of them left. I hope he doesn't get the rest. And I got one that's climbing up, doing pretty good. It should just go along these strings and go everywhere. So hopefully that'll do it. I got one more zucchini. I believe zucchini. It's one of my seeds. And Cherokee Trelatier beans are doing well. So far, gopher's not getting those. They're starting to grow up. There's one in the back. after a while with all the flowers and beans. Hopefully it'll overtake this whole area and look really well. Look really good. Here's my hatch red. Little chili right there and some flowers. It's one of my favorite chilies. And I have 4 cucumbers that I started from seed. Finally just really taken off, looking really good. Can't wait. Those are a pickling type. And my corn is popping up. Corn everywhere. I think I got at least 2 dozen out here amongst all this grass and weed. And there was a few areas where they didn't come up, and I put some watermelon seeds, so hopefully those are going to be popping up. And I got some okra. There's a little one right there. Only a couple of them are popping up so far. That's new this year as well. So I'm really hoping, even if you don't like okra, it's supposed to be a very pretty plant. That one's a red okra and really great flowers. Anyway, the in-ground section is doing well, and I'm fairly pleased with it all. Now, you got to keep checking your plants, especially cucumbers. I found a huge one hiding down here last night. I think it's still usable. I might make some pickles out of it. See a flower down there, so flowers there too. So they're doing really good. They just sneak up on you, and you gotta keep checking. And the pepper plant next to it is doing really well. There's a cucumber in this barrel. Doing good. Oh, and we have lilies. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful lilies. Every May I have lilies. They'll last a few weeks and then they're gone. Still got a lot of buds though, so we're gonna be looking good all month long, I think. This one is almost as tall as me. Just multiple buds everywhere. Used to have multiple colors, but it seems like the orange ones are the only ones that come back at this point. I've had them for quite a few years, but they're still enjoyable. The beds are doing really nice. I got 3 peppers on this side. There's one. And the dill is still in there. It's looking like it's about done, but I'm letting it go to seed, or letting it flower like this big stalk right here, and it's huge flowers. Yeah, it'll probably reseed and just drop down and grow again next year. Another pepper plant with a little flower on there that'll turn into a pepper. And a cucumber down here. Gonna train it up this old refrigerator rack. And the tomatoes on this side are doing really good. This one I put in earlier than the other 2, so that's why it's much bigger. I'm not sure of the varieties. They were all given to me. These smaller ones were from my mother, which will be Mother's Day tomorrow. Thank you, Mom. Anyway, doing good. There's a nice flower in there. Speaking of flowers, that sunflower from last month is all done. I'll leave it here for a little bit longer, see if the birds want to eat the seeds. I'll probably save some, although I still have tons of them. But I'll definitely save this stalk. It's a nice big straight stalk, and you can repurpose it in the garden. They work really well. I did a bunch of them last year. And I got more sunflowers that I planted popping up, along with a bunch of bush beans. That's what those are in the middle. They don't get as tall as the pole beans, but they produce pretty good. There's a couple varieties in here. More sunflowers. So this whole area is going to be doing really good with sunflowers. And we have a little bit of flowers on that beans right there. And those will turn into beans. Now the other raised bed is doing really good. Again, this side, we're doing tomatoes. These plants are just going huge. In fact, these two right here on the end were so skinny and just stretchy, and they've bushed out so well. I got some flowers, just looking really good, looking good. And just like the other raised bed, there's chili peppers on this side. Got a variety of bells, poblano, and banana peppers that were given to me. And the garlic I've been pulling from various areas. You can see they're pretty dried up. I got a whole bunch, and I left some in here still. I got to start getting them all out. They look pretty good. Another tomato plant. And we have, what is that? Look at that. A tomato. Nice. I'm looking forward to that. Onions are doing good. Now we have sets in these round onion pots. Another tomato plant, I should say. Everything is just looking great. My bunching onions are starting to flower. I've never had these ones flower, but I've had these for possibly 3 years now. So I might have to reseed again, or just let these seeds fall. Here's a double, two banana peppers in here. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to start spreading all these out. Everything's just getting too thick, and you want to let a little bit more airflow in. Onions are just doing really good. Now the sets aren't, I mean, they're bulbing, but not as good as the seeds, and I'll show you those in a little bit that I planted. I had a bunch of red onion seeds. With tons of tomatoes, tons of peppers. In fact, here's a nice big tall pepper. A lot of these were really tall from stretching. They were started from seed and given to me, but they're doing good. I mean, they're nice and tall. They're a lot of new growth. I got some supports if they need it. And they seem to be very happy. More onions, lots of onions. Lots of tomatoes, onions. Now I got a strawberry plant. Yeah, see right down there. There's a strawberry down there. There's quite a few in here actually, and the plant is looking really well. I got that last year, and it's coming back really good. More peppers, more tomatoes, lots of flowers. Give them a little shake and it helps pollinate them. Nice pepper plants. Oh, I can't wait to get peppers and tomatoes. Here's my serrano that I overwintered. It's looking much better. Tried to clear off a lot of the old stuff. It's been producing all winter long. Just amazing. And I got another container of lilies. Another huge tall one. My area of flowers here. These white ones are actually oregano. I had no idea they go to flower like that, but they do. Look at everything. There's tons of stuff. And in fact, they got a tomato right in there. You can see it right behind that. So far, 2 plants have 2 nice tomatoes on there. Looking good. These two are really, really big. Some of the earliest ones that I planted. And again, a lot of the garlic along the edge I've been taking out. I still have some more. Just dig them up. They're looking good. You know, this is apparently a broccoli plant. There's a little broccoli. They're gladiolas. are getting some buds. Right there, look at that. Nice. And I got a honeydew finally getting a little bit bigger. I planted a bunch and they started to disappear, so I put some more in. There's a little one there and another one there, so I hope they survive. Irises are hanging in there. I don't see anything popping up yet. And here we have a purple jalapeno. I had one last year and it didn't do well. And I hope this one does better over here. Hopefully the gopher will leave it alone, but we'll see. Let's go around to the other side. Of course, these are blooming like crazy. So let's take a quick look at some of the garlic if you can see it. Here we go. I picked it actually last week, been leaving it here. And you don't want to wash them off or anything. You don't want water on garlic. Obviously, when you go to use it, you can do that. But once you take the paper off, all the dirt comes off. But I'm pretty happy. I mean, they're small, but they're heads of garlic, and they were tasty last year. Some single ones. Anyway, I got a lot more to pick. So let's take a quick little walk on this side and finish things up. Still got some parsley hanging in there. And the chives are finally getting nice and big with little purple flowers. I still got basil, but they keep bolting. I gotta cut those flowers back. And my little wildflower thing is doing pretty good. Getting some poppies and some other various things. Yeah, these are nice. I haven't noticed these ones yet. And there's some more strawberries here and there. And we still got lots of lettuce. Get out of the shade if I can. There we go. So the lettuce plants, or lettuce boxes, are doing really well. We got a whole bunch of them. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot, and they'll be all right. I got some cilantro in there too, just little bits. Now these square or rectangle boxes were the red onion seeds. It's hard to tell, it's so packed, but they're definitely bulbing up better. And I got quite a few of these. So I was only able to get the seeds in red last year. I'm glad I did, but I'm hoping to get quite a few different varieties, some brown, yellow, white. I'd rather get seeds instead of sets. It's the first year growing seeds, and I'm pretty happy with them so far. And we still have carrots. I have 3 containers of carrots. So anyway, looking really good. I think that's about it that I can think of. So next time it may look different. I gotta start moving some of these containers to different areas so everything's not so crowded. There's a lot going on there, huh? Anyway, this is my garden for May. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Until next time.